Welcome back to my channel. Here we discuss all sorts of esoteric ideas, Zen, magic, manifestation, esoteric philosophies, but we keep it the right side of mad. Stuff you can actually do, stuff you can actually use, stuff that is eminently practical. And this is a little follow-up video to a recent one I did about Mr. Neville Goddard. Response to a question that I received in the comments. So we're going to get right into that in a minute. It's all about letting go. And letting go's relationship to manifestation. How sometimes the best way to get what you want is to let go of it. And how important is that? If you enjoy this sort of content, we do this all the time round here, so hit subscribe, give this video a like, and don't be afraid to turn on that notification bell, because you don't want to miss a thing. The comment I received was this. The video is about, I think, 2 or 3 videos back. It's the one about being in Barbados. Go give it a watch. Why not? Give it a watch. Give it a last minute like. So this question comes from JK360. Thank you, JK. Question, and perhaps something you can ponder out loud in a future vid. I might just. Do you reckon the speed and ease of this particular manifestation was directly related to your general state of emptiness after feeling the defeatedness or deflatedness or F it? I hate this stupid showbiz game. I don't give a F anymore. When your TV project fell apart. Yeah, and I'm not laughing at you, Jake. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not, I promise. Or to phrase the question another way, because you were so burnt out and mentally exhausted, I was, from your TV project getting ghosted. It wasn't a TV project, but it was major enough. It was as big as. It might as well have been. Do you think your mind was in a zero resistance state? So when you allowed yourself to feel, desire and assume and declare the state of, I just want some work, I am in Barbados, the universe aligned quickly. Because unlike other big desires one might have, you didn't immediately drown your mind with self-doubt or negative internal chatter. Thank you, JK. Thank you for that question very much indeed, mate. That's gonna stimulate a nice video, this one. So the idea of surrender is massive in spirituality, in non-duality, in pretty much every tradition. The idea of surrender, letting go, is a big part of it. Now, by surrender, I don't mean, surrender, I give up. What's the bloody point? That's why I was chuckling at JK's comment, because I absolutely did that. Oh, right. But that's no good. That ain't surrender. That's just going into a state of misery and, oh, is the world against me? No, surrender is about letting go and letting God, if you like. Letting go of your grip on the thing. Because sometimes your grip on the thing is what keeps it from you. No one wants to feed the hungry dog. No one wants to go on a date with the desperate guy or the desperate girl, because they radiate something that pushes it away. You would have experienced this in your own life. If someone was around you, they're a bit needy, a bit desperate, then it puts you off. You want to help them, but when they don't stop being needy, they become a drain. It gets to the point where their name appears on your phone. You're like, Jesus, again with this? And I've been that guy. By the way, I've been the guy going, oh my God, again. But I've also been the guy who's been needy, been desperate, and pushed things away from himself. I'm not perfect. No guru is. Not that I'm a guru, but no guru is. Not in real life. The desperation for something to happen can stop it happening. And this is physiological. This is not just on the level of energies. I know I take the piss out of the energy people because it's easy. But I mean, I do believe in an energetic component to these things. Of course I do. I make jokes. But even on the level of the nervous system, even on the level of actual real life, if you're desperate for something, if your brain is churning, I want, that constant I want is blocking the ideas and the movement and the actions that would lead you to actually having the thing, doing the things you need to do to get the thing. There's a myth in manifesting that you just sit and you visualize it and the universe delivers it out of the clear blue nothing. Sometimes it does. I have had experiences you would not believe. I've shared a couple on this channel. I will share more. Those moments I call the universe winking at you, and it feels like real magic. But what it mostly looks like is the living of life and the coincidences in the living of life lining up to create the bridge of incidents that leads you to the thing that you desire. So you need to allow those incidents to happen, and they're not going to happen if you're in your head, oh God, Christ, holding on to the thing, desperate for the thing. That will block the bridge of incidents because you simply won't see them. If the TV's got too much static going through it, if the radio's got, you can't see the program. If the radio's got too much static, you can't hear the signal. And the static is the desperation, the frustration, the lack, and the frustration at the lack. That's too much noise. You need to tune out that noise so that you can see what the next step is, and the next step is, and the next step is after that. The bridge of incidents, it reveals itself as you move forward in pursuit of that which you desire. The fool in the tarot stepping forth into the unknown. But to do that, you have to let go and you have to trust. Trust is another one. Now, as JK pointed out in his comment, or her comment, I don't know, sorry JK, he, they, I'm not sure, I don't know you, I just know you as JK. The bigger the desire, the more attachment to it. There's Neville Goddard speaks about there being no difference between manifesting a free cup of tea and manifesting a house. It's the same process. The desire arises in awareness. One assumes the feeling of the wish already fulfilled, and then one lives one's life, and the bridge of incidents appears that leads one to the house or the free cup of tea. The free cup of tea one's amazing, by the way. I do that a lot. And the amount of times I've been in our local Costa or our local coffee shop and ended up with a free one is amazing. Literally, something will happen. The till won't be working. I'll have it for nothing, mate. Or even in one case, I was even in a really good state of mind. I've been listening to a couple of lectures and things. I was really buzzing. I just walked in. And the girl literally said, "You are so upbeat. I'm going to give you, you've cheered me up. Have this for nothing." Just, it happens. It does. But that's not what we're talking about here. Sorry, I do go off on tangents. I must stop this, stick to the road, Buckles. So letting go of the desire, what does that mean? Like, how do you let it go if you want it? How do you let go of something that you want? It's very hard. Ask anyone that's tried to let go of a partner when a relationship has fallen apart. You know, it's very hard, that letting go. But you have to. Otherwise, you are the prisoner of it. You should not be the prisoner of the desire. Whatever the desire is, that you shouldn't be its prisoner. The desire arises in your awareness, all right? But then when it becomes a monster, when it becomes something that is affecting you, making you down, oh, I haven't got it and I want it, then the desire is the master. You must be the master of the desire. You have the desire, it arises. You accept it completely because it arose from awareness. It arose from who you really are. You accept it. You accept the possibility of its fulfillment. It's possible. Everything is possible. And then, what do you do? Well, it's how you are with it. You can observe it as you could observe. You can observe a desire, as you can observe a thought, as you can observe your breath, as you can observe that chair. You observe the desire. You have the feeling of the thing itself, the desire for it, and then you be with it. You be with it. This is how you let go. You be with it. You don't deny it. You don't suppress it. You be with it. You allow it. That feeling of what it would be to have this desire in your life, whatever it happens to be. And the actual feeling of the desire fulfilled is not maybe what you think it is. You might think it's excitement, or it's intense joy or intense bliss. These things aren't sustainable. The feeling of the desire being fulfilled will be the relief of not having to go for it anymore because you have it. You're going to feel relief, calm. I've done it. And that feeling is available to you. This is where meditation becomes invaluable, the training wheels, as I like to call it. What you do on the cushion is training for what's going to happen out there in the world very often. And if you can take up a practice that is of the awareness, watching awareness school, the school of non-duality, Taoism, Zen, something of this nature. There are the concentration practices, but there's also the opening up to awareness practices. I may well do some instructionals on that if people would like a couple. Those practices become invaluable because they are training for letting go. Long story short, you sit, you become calm, you watch your breaths for a few minutes, nice and calm, then you open up to whatever's happening right now, and you simply allow it to be exactly as it is. And then you'll see that when you do that, when you allow things to be as they are, they change of their own accord. You haven't got to do anything, you just watch. You sit there, you watch. A thought arises, you watch as it arises, you watch as it passes, you watch as it disappears from whence it came. Here comes another thought, boom, 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 boom. Here comes the desperation, here comes the frustration, here comes the, oh my God, I'm running out of money and I don't know what to do. You don't indulge it, you don't suppress it, you watch it, you allow it to arise in awareness. And like every other thing that arises in awareness, and I do mean every other thing, including yourself, it will arise, stay for a bit, pass away. As long as you don't interfere with it, as long as you don't try and change it, as long as you don't fiddle with it, allow it to arise and pass away. Letting go of desperation, letting go of frustration, just being with what is. And then when you've cleared the static, you're there. And then you can just sit in that bliss, that peace, that awareness, and then a desire for something that you do want arises naturally, organically, part of the all. How can it be denied if it is part of the all? And then you allow it to arise. And like everything else, you allow it to pass away. But the difference is, when it comes to, we're talking about specifically creative endeavors here, this is where you have a little bit of choice, because you could actually, instead of letting it pass away, you can actually fixate on the thought that you do want and see where it leads you. See where it leads you. It's how stories are written. You start with a character, a situation, you focus on it, you see where it leads you. The story writes itself through you. You have the easel in front of you, you have the paints, you have the brush, you allow the painting to happen through you. And it's happening. You're with the painting, a thought arises that you've got to do some chore, you let that go, you're with the painting. A thought arises, oh my God, is she ever going to message me? You let that go, you're with the painting. So with this, you're meditating on the desire fulfilled, and you choose to place your attention on that. And when something arises that will take you away from that, that's what you let go. You focus on the picture of what you want to happen. And then at the end of your sit, you go off into your daily life. But you've done the training now. You can do that in life. When you're walking down the street, a negative thought arises. Oh, I'm never going to get that thing I want. Watch it. Don't suppress it. If you suppress it, it'll come back twice as strong. Watch it. Allow it. It arises. It passes away. Bring your attention back. Bring it back to that which you wish to create. And then create it. Be about it. Don't sit on your couch waiting for the angels to deliver, because they won't. But when you're tuning the mind to think about this thing that you want, the mind will start to present to you pathways. Pathways will appear as if they're appearing out of the nothing. They're not. They're always there, but you're tuning into them. You are selecting them. You're selecting the reality that you actually want to live in and moving down it. So letting go is important. Letting go of all the things that are between you and it, and allowing it to lead you in that direction. And when you truly let go, you can do miracles. When you let go of what other people think about you, when you let go of what other people's opinions, that's one of the most powerful letting goes you can do, is to let go of the opinion of other people. Because you cannot live your life based on a neuron firing in another person's skull. It's ridiculous. But we all do it. I do it with this channel. I have little internal battles. I'm a comedian by trade. I'm constantly thinking, is some comedian, conjurer, someone who's a bit more skeptical going to find my silly videos and take the piss? But I'm not going to stop being me. I let go of that. That little fear arises. What are they going to think about me? I let go of that, and here I am talking to you, having this lovely chat. I'll do more about letting go. This feels like the beginning of a much deeper well. I will do more on letting go. So there you go, a little riff, a little channeled thing about letting go of stuff. There's more to be said on actually letting go of the desire. That will be in a follow-up video. I think that's enough for this afternoon. I hope you're enjoying these little informal chats about magic and spirituality and stuff. I'm going to keep doing them. Please hit subscribe. Please give this a like, and I will see you on the very next video.